Ladies, 6 habits that make mature women irresistible and drive men wild. Have you ever wondered what it is that makes certain women exude confidence and allure no matter their age? It's not just about looks or fashion. It's the habits they've cultivated over time that truly make them irresistible. And the best part? These habits aren't about changing who you are. They're about embracing the wisdom, grace, and strength that comes with experience. Welcome back to Journey After 60. In today's video, we're diving into 6 habits that make a mature woman irresistible. These are the habits that empower you to radiate confidence, charm, and sophistication no matter where you are in life. Whether you've already discovered these habits or are just starting to embrace them, I promise they'll help you step into your power and shine like never before. Before we jump into today's topic, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more videos designed to help you feel and look your best at any age. Let's get started with the first habit that will instantly make you even more irresistible. Number 1. Self-confidence in your own skin. Self-confidence is the most magnetic trait a woman can wear, and for women over 60, it's an essential key to becoming irresistible. When a woman walks into a room with genuine self-assurance, she doesn't just command attention, she effortlessly attracts it. Confidence isn't about being flawless or seeking validation from others. It's about embracing who you are, imperfections and all, and owning your unique beauty. At this stage in life, you've lived through enough experiences to know your worth. You've built resilience, learned from mistakes, and embraced the beauty that comes with age. This inner strength radiates outward, making you not just a woman, but a force to be reckoned with. I've always admired the power of women who, with their heads held high, exude a sense of knowing. When you carry yourself with confidence, it's not about trying to fit into someone else's mold. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin and walking through life on your terms. Maya Angelou once said, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." This resonates with me because as we age, our confidence shifts. It's not about perfection, it's about acceptance and recognizing that our experiences have shaped us into strong, wise women. Confidence comes from knowing your worth and being unapologetically yourself. It's this kind of self-assurance that radiates and makes you impossible to ignore. When you wear self-confidence, it shines brighter than any external beauty. It's in the way you stand, the way you speak, and the way you move through the world. Men are drawn to this energy because it feels powerful, authentic, and inspiring. So, embrace yourself fully. Love your body, your experience, and the wisdom that comes with it. This is your time to shine. And the more comfortable you are in your own skin, the more irresistible you become. Confidence is the true secret that makes a mature woman magnetic, because when you believe in yourself, others will too. Have you ever noticed how confidence changes the way people perceive you? Let me know in the comments below. Your experience could inspire someone else to embrace their own power. And that brings me to something just as powerful, perhaps even more mysterious. What happens when a woman stops clinging and begins to let go? Number 2. Letting go. You set the pace in relationships. Have you ever noticed what happens when you stop texting first? When you stop reaching out, and suddenly he starts leaning in? There's something powerfully subtle about pulling your energy back. Not to play games, but to protect your peace. In dating after 60, I've seen this happen time and time again. When a man feels that you'll always be there, always ready to respond, always saying yes, he stops trying. There's no urgency, no spark. But the moment he's not entirely sure, when there's a bit of mystery, a little space, that's when he starts wondering, thinking, acting. This is the basic psychology of relationships. People value what they have to earn. And that doesn't stop as we get older. In fact, as we age, the stakes feel even higher. That's why a mature woman who knows her worth doesn't chase attention. She allows it to come to her. Now, let's be clear. This isn't about being cold or distant. Not clinging doesn't mean closing off your heart. It doesn't mean pretending you don't care. It simply means your happiness doesn't depend on someone else's timeline. You are whole, with or without their presence. There's an old saying from Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that are beyond our control. And nowhere is this more relevant than in love. When we try to control how others feel about us, we lose sight of who we truly are. Instead, try this. Focus on your own rhythm, not his. Don't always be ready. Let your day be filled with your own joys, your own quiet rituals. Read a book, take a walk, draw, laugh, rest. Let him think about you, wonder about you, miss you. That space, that pause, is where attraction often dwells. Feminine energy doesn't chase. It attracts through softness, presence, and self-possession. When you stop giving your energy away too quickly, you begin to shine differently. And believe me, men feel that, even if they can't explain why. The wisdom of aging teaches us that clinging is often just fear in disguise, and when we release that fear, something softer, stronger, and more radiant emerges. True light begins not when you reach out, but when you finally settle into your own rhythm and let the world come to you. Number 3, personal style. The outer expression of inner strength. Imagine a woman in her late 60s walking into a quiet gathering. Her outfit is simple, nothing flashy or trendy, but fits her perfectly. The fabric moves softly, the colors complement her silver hair and warm skin. Her fragrance feels just right. She doesn't try to stand out, yet all eyes are naturally drawn to her. That's the power of personal style. It's not about labels or trends. It comes from the harmony between who you are inside and how you show it outside. When it comes to attraction in mature women, many think about skincare or shapewear, but real allure comes when your style tells a story of your experiences, of who you are. It says, I know myself. And dating after 60, that silent message is more magnetic than any brand. I once met an older woman at a book cafe. She wore a navy blue dress with soft sleeves, a large amber necklace, and worn leather sandals. Her appearance wasn't flashy, but it was intentional. Every piece of clothing told a story, thoughtful, warm, with just a hint of mystery. Even the man behind the counter couldn't take his eyes off her. Not because she was trying to impress, but because she was unmistakably herself. According to Psychology Today, posture, movement, and self-expression, what we often call style, can impact attractiveness more than physical appearance. It's not a high nose, slim waist, or age that turns heads. It's how you carry your story. That story comes through little details. Colors express energy, deep plum for boldness, soft cream for elegance. Fit celebrates your body, hugging just right. And your signature scent, subtle yet unforgettable, lets people instantly feel your essence. Style is not just what you wear, it's a mirror. The goal isn't to look younger or thinner, but to feel grounded and radiant as you are today. You don't need to look like anyone else. You dress to stand taller, walk slower, and smile easier. When your appearance aligns with inner strength, people feel it. They may not know why, but they stop longer, remember you longer, and connect without words. And no matter how charming the outside is, it can't compare to a subtle, gentle, yet powerful magnetism from within. Number 4. Feminine energy, the attraction that doesn't chase. Do you know what makes a woman unforgettable without saying a word? It's not her beauty, nor her wit. It's something softer, deeper, and far more lasting. Feminine energy is that silent power. It's something hard to define, but you can feel it the moment it's present. It's not about being fiery or outwardly attractive, but about the natural magnetism that emanates from a woman who truly knows herself and feels at peace with who she is. This energy can't be forced. It comes from confidence that needs no proof, from accepting yourself without worrying about pleasing others. When a woman steps into her own space without clinging or pressure, her calmness becomes magnetic. She doesn't chase attention. It finds her effortlessly, like a flame drawing eyes naturally. Don't confuse this with coldness. Feminine energy isn't indifference or withholding affection. It's simply presence, letting others sense your unwavering confidence. Powerful, yet soft, it attracts without seeking validation. And here's what I've discovered in my own journey. When you learn to rest in the warmth of your own presence without needing permission to take up space, people begin to lean in closer, especially men who are tired of pretending, performing, and proving themselves. You offer them something rare, a place to stop. This is the power of feminine energy, natural, unforced presence that creates a space where others willingly come closer, not through flashy displays or effort, but through your calm confidence and self-assurance. They begin to feel safety, understanding, and a quiet atmosphere they long for. Feminine energy is quiet strength that draws people in, not because you chase, but because you are simply yourself. When truly at ease, you become not only strong, but unforgettable. So, do you feel that attraction within yourself? That feeling comes from being completely comfortable in your own skin, not from trying to please anyone else. That feeling is what creates unspoken magnetism, and you have the right to carry it with you at any age. And perhaps the most magnetic thing a woman can radiate is the truth that she doesn't need anyone to feel whole. Number 5. Independence. The power of a woman who is already whole. One of the most common mistakes I see, especially in women re-entering the dating world after 60, is making a man the center of their universe. It doesn't come from weakness. Often it stems from a deep desire to love fully and commit wholeheartedly. But when your life starts to orbit around someone else's, you slowly fade from the center of your own. Over time, they begin to feel it too. What once attracted them starts to feel like a quiet pressure, and the neediness replaces the magnetic pull. The most irresistible, mature women I've known all have one thing in common. They don't make love their goal. They build beautiful, meaningful lives. And if a partner appears, he becomes a part of that life, not its center. Independence isn't about being alone. It's about being full. When a woman has her own passions, her own friendships, her own quiet joys, a man doesn't feel like he's stepping into an empty room. He feels like he's being welcomed into something already alive, and that makes him want to stay. I once met a woman I deeply admire who told me, "I don't need a man to give me a reason to wake up. I have things to do, books to write, friends to meet, a garden to tend." That stuck with me because it wasn't pride speaking, it was wholeness, completeness. So, how do you live that way? It starts by having something that's just for you. A purpose, a creative outlet, a way to contribute or grow without being bound by anyone else's approval. It could be volunteering. It could be taking a class. It could simply be walking every morning and listening to your thoughts. The more you turn inward and nurture your own growth, the less you need others to define your worth. Surround yourself with people who expand you, women who inspire you, conversations that challenge and nourish you. Read things that open your mind. Say yes to things that scare you a little. The more interesting your world becomes, the more you shine effortlessly. Men can sense that energy. It's different from someone waiting to be chosen. It's the quiet confidence of someone already in motion. Someone who doesn't need to be selected because she's already chosen herself. The wisdom of older age reminds us that freedom isn't just the absence of dependency. It's the presence of self-assurance. And when a woman walks through life trusting her own path, trusting her timing, and trusting her worth, she becomes unforgettable. You don't need anyone to complete you. You are already whole. And that is the most attractive thing of all. When you reflect on wholeness and independence, where do you find yourself on that journey? I'd love to hear how you nurture your own joy, passions, and magnetic energy. Share your story so we can learn and grow together. Having embraced the power of being whole, the next step is mastering the art of connection. Because true attraction flows not just from independence, but from how you engage with the world. Number 6. Mastering the art of conversation. An alluring older woman understands that true attraction isn't about talking a lot or trying to impress at all costs. Real allure comes from how she creates connections, sparks curiosity, and exudes natural charm. She speaks less, but each word carries weight, using silence to add mystery, turning every conversation into an unforgettable experience. Many women make the mistake of filling every silence with words, telling too many personal stories, or offering long narratives to grab attention. But truly captivating women don't do that. Psychology research suggests that 80% of attraction comes from non-verbal communication, meaning how you speak is often more important than what you say. An alluring older woman knows how to create curiosity, excitement, and rhythm in her stories, making the other person want to listen more. A single deep gaze can convey more than 1,000 words. When you hold eye contact for a few seconds, combine it with a slight smile, and then slowly shift your gaze, you're creating an instant magnetic effect. More importantly, don't rush to reveal everything about yourself. Mystery is the foundation of allure. Instead of telling the whole story, answer briefly and leave the other person wanting to know more. A line like, "That's an interesting story, but I'll tell you more another time," is just enough to spark curiosity and keep the conversation exciting for future encounters. The best conversations often revolve around the other person, not you. Instead of answering with a one-word reply or long-winded explanations, ask intriguing questions that make the other person share, think, and open up. You might ask, "If you could live in any historical era, which would you choose?" Or, "If you had to describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be?" Questions like these not only engage the other person, but also foster a deeper emotional connection. And don't forget your tone of voice. A regular sentence can be made alluring or boring depending on how you say it. Speak slowly, softly, yet firmly, and add small pauses before answering to give the listener time to anticipate and become captivated. A slight rhythm, a delicate nuance in your intonation can transform the ordinary into the unforgettable. A woman who masters conversation isn't aiming to impress. She wants to connect, using eye contact, silence, thought-provoking questions, and mystery to naturally draw others in. It's not about speaking more, it's about speaking with purpose. And when you master this, your magnetism will rise to an entirely new level. We've explored 6 powerful habits that can transform a mature woman into someone truly irresistible. Whether it's embracing your own self-confidence, letting go and setting the pace in relationships, finding your rhythm, or mastering the art of conversation. Each of these habits creates a magnetic energy that draws people in, not through force or effort, but through natural, quiet strength. The beauty of these habits is that they don't require perfection. They're about embracing who you are, trusting your path, and being comfortable in your own skin. True attraction isn't about seeking validation. It's about showing up authentically and letting your presence speak for itself. I hope something in these words has reminded you of what you've always carried within you. Because the truth is, becoming irresistible after 60 isn't about becoming someone else. It's about coming home to yourself, to those parts of you that have always been there. The strength, the softness, the humor, the boundaries, the calm, your spark. The women who attract others at this stage of life aren't performing. They're not trying to prove anything. They are simply living in harmony with who they are. And that harmony, that quiet, radiant peace, is something that cannot be faked. Men may not always be able to explain why they're drawn to a woman like that, but they feel it. And more importantly, you'll feel it too. You're not invisible. You're not falling behind, and you're never too late for love, connection, or magic. The more you stand firm in who you are, the more love begins to come to you, gently, naturally, and effortlessly. If this video has brought you clarity or comfort, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe to my channel and share this with someone who may quietly be facing similar questions. Until next time, take care of your spirit and never forget, your presence is your power. Thanks for watching my video, and see you in the next video.